Good morning, everybody. Good morning to you. Hope everybody's having a great day. Let's see if these boys are up.
She strongly restricted her husband in this, which infuriated
My son, he's so silly. Ain't nothing wrong with him. Martha, you up? He's up. My collar's messed up on my shirt. I'm moved. What time you going?
was in good standing. This was requested by the parents, who had also heard about the pastor's peculiar predilections. All this forced
They're so silly.
their residence.
They don't like being on camera.
where they planned to start over.
Oh
They
well.
settled in Selmer, where they quickly
Yeah,
gained the
my
love and respect of those around them.
refrigerator's back
Matthew
messy.
took a job as a church pastor again, and his wife found a part-time job to make a small contribution to the family income. And although the family was still not smooth, their neighbors, as well as the congregation of the church where Matthew preached, considered
Y'all
Mary
know,
and
okay.
Matthew an ideal
Today,
couple, and their family a model.
big old head. Anyway,
Next door to the Winkler family lived a young married couple, with whom the couple quickly became friends. They often
today I'm
visited,
watching, y'all know me and my
holidays together,
crime
sharing news and
shows.
secrets. A few months before
It's
the
called,
tragedy,
it's true
during a
crime,
joint dinner
high
at the pastor's
profile.
house, Mary
It's
bragged
talking about a
that her
family
husband
that
had
was
bought
into
her a
church and all. I'm trying to see what's going on. I don't know. Let me see. Let y'all see a little bit of it.
Mary turned out to be quite a capable student.
I don't know why they got this guy like this in his costume,
And
but
accurately shot at targets. Moreover, it turned out that the Winklers already had firearms in the house, which had been purchased by the pastor earlier, also for self-defense. The guests wondered why the pastor and his wife needed all this, because they live in a quiet town where they have no enemy.
y'all it seem like,
Everyone
you know,
around them
people
loves and respects their family.
that
After another move of the couple, their
you wouldn't think
financial
do stuff, be
situation
doing
was
stuff, and it's just sad. We just have to
Mary was in
pray,
search
you
of
know?
various part-time jobs, and she also decided to get a medical degree to then get a job in a clinic and help sick children.
Sorry, y'all, if I keep moving. If you,
Decided to improve the financial condition of their family through financial fraud. She herself later claimed that she did not realize that she was doing something illegal and was going to pay back all the money as soon as she got back on her feet. What Mary was doing is commonly referred to as artificially inflating account balances. Mr.
oh,
Winkler also received checks from unspecified sources and then deposited them into a bank account she and her husband owned. She then changed the address of the account so that all communications would be routed there. The total amount of checks she received was almost $17,000, which
what?
aroused certain suspicions of the bank employees, who decided to invite the couple to the office branch to clarify the circumstances and resolve the situation.
Yeah.
But the pastor and his wife never showed up at the bank, and this aroused even more suspicion.
Oh,
It
man.
was assumed that Matthew was not aware of what his wife was doing at all. However, after Matthew's death, his wife tried to prove in court that the whole story of fraud was his idea, and that it was he who forced her to make dubious transactions, while he himself remained in the shadows, without arousing suspicion. Where has Mary disappeared to? When Mr. Winkler was found murdered in his own home, his wife and daughters were put on the wanted list, fearing that they too might be in mortal danger. Initially, the meek, shy, and homely Mary was initially viewed solely as a possible victim of the crime. However, after talking to neighbors and receiving information from the bank about financial fraud, she became the main suspect in the murder of her own husband. It was necessary to find out as soon as possible where Mary had disappeared to, where the children were, and if they were all right. They, as well as their family car, were put on the wanted list. Attempts were also made to trace transactions made from Mary's bank card and to locate her location through her cell phone signal. Mary was found just a day later in an Alabama resort town where she and her children were having fun at a local amusement park.
Wow.
It was as if the mother wanted to give her children one last party, realizing that she would soon be going to prison and would see her girls very soon. When the family was taken to the police station to testify, the two older daughters confidently told the same story. According to them, Intruders broke into the house and injured their dad, and their mom picked up a gun to protect them. They were then forced to run for their lives. According to the girls, their father was alive and in the hospital, and they were soon to go and see him and return home. What exactly happened in the house, as it turned out, Patricia and Maria Eliza did not see, and learned about the events from the words of their mother. They only heard a gunshot and glimpsed their father lying on the floor.
Oh, wow.
And their mother put them in the car.
Oh, that's...
Mary almost immediately began to confess, but she claimed that she could not reconstruct the entire chain of events of that day, referring to the temporary blur. According to her, her spouse had abused her for years, humiliating her and inducing her to forms of intimacy that were unacceptable to her. Mary insisted that it was he who had initiated the potential scam she had perpetrated. Matthew demanded total obedience, easily lost his temper, and once gave the will of his fists. This was confirmed by Matthew's secretary at his previous place of employment. The woman repeatedly witnessed how the pastor insulted his wife, who carefully brought him lunch to church, but he was always dissatisfied with something. The evening before the tragedy, there was another scandal in the family, because of which the spouses went to bed in separate rooms. Mary cried all night, and in the morning she did not realize how in her hands was a shotgun, which her husband kept loaded. She entered Matthew's room and shot him in the back while he was still lying in bed. Matthew collapsed to the floor, bloody foam oozing from his mouth and nose. According to Mary, her husband, while still alive, whispered, "Why?" To which she replied, "I'm sorry, I'm so sorry." Mary then took her daughters and left the house, and her husband, as experts have established, tried to reach for the phone to call for help, but he no longer had the strength to do so. By the way, the weapon of crime was found in the trunk of the car on which Mary left with the children. For what purpose she took it with her, Mrs. Winkler also could not answer. At the trial, the role-playing costumes found in their home were presented as evidence of the pastor's humiliation and moral abuse of his wife. Upon seeing them, Mary turned pale and then became hysterical. Despite the fact that
I just want to say something, y'all. You just never know what people go through. You just have to pray for people and ask God to, help them. People lie, they seem like they're just happy and living perfect, because that's how I used to feel. Oh, they have money. Oh, they this and then the third. They're pastors. They're Christians. They do this, and you never know what happens behind closed doors, you guys. And I just want to say we all have to pray for one another, be there for one another, and you just never know what people going through behind closed doors. I just want to say God bless you guys. Keep your heads up if you're going through anything. And like I said, you never know. People smiling and laughing and seem like they're living a lavish life. But yeah, who knows what's going on behind closed doors. And y'all stay prayerful and keep God first. And I'll just chat with y'all later. I'm just getting ready for work. I always watch my true crime and just stop and talk to y'all for a little bit. But anyway, y'all have a blessed day. Thank you for watching. And please share my videos and subscribe. Thank you, you guys.